Good evening, America. This is a urgent notice and response. I just want you to know what's on the table in case it's necessary, and I believe it may well be. I'm going to keep this brief. I will let you know that tomorrow I intend to reveal my budget priorities for the upcoming year, and the events that have transpired today and recently are not a significant departure from what was already anticipated and will be declared tomorrow. But tonight I need to make a very special announcement in order to address matters that need to be addressed right now. It came to my attention some time ago that in the summer of 2000, there was a meeting, a congressional hearing regarding intelligence activities in the United States of America. At this meeting, Ambassador Paul Bremer gave a presentation to the assembled committee. And one of the matters he discussed is how techniques connected to recruitment of intelligence assets in the United States had changed. That there had been specifically an implementation of a policy under the then President Bill Clinton that had changed parameters around recruitment of intelligence assets, and that this was concerning to veterans in the intelligence community at that time. There was an announcement that there would be an additional closed door session of Congress in order to address these matters. Now, to this time, I have not been able to get a record of what exactly Ambassador Bremer was speaking of at that point in time. But please understand, this was less than 18 months before September 11th, and I think that makes a difference. My concern is now, and has been for some time, that part of what was discussed was a sort of relaxing of standards regarding recruitment, including recruitment of people who otherwise would not be old enough to engage in a formal process connected to government service, connected to the military, or connected to diplomacy. I think that that should be as blunt as it needs to be for one to understand the implications. I'm very concerned about the long-term implications of the policies concerning specifically immigration in the United States regarding the DAPA and DACA programs, and what it meant that one of those programs, DAPA, was allowed to be decommissioned while the other one was not, and to this time still exist. I'm also concerned about the ambiguities that have been allowed to be masqueraded as opposed to a direct reconciliation of the factors associated with the Children's Health Insurance Program, and how that may or may not interfere with appropriate cybersecurity and or application of appropriate anti-money laundering standards. I'm also concerned and on the record, and filed first with the Supreme Court of Texas and then later with the Supreme Court of the United States, my concerns regarding database management paradigms that have particular accountings that use family relations, including family relations that can involve the possibility of non-biological family connections being allowed to be applied for transactional purposes, including transactional purposes that involve intercession through the Department of State. These are urgent matters. I'm on the record right now, and will be this evening, saying that I understand these policies need to be exposed. We need to take assertive action immediately to assure that any shenanigans that have been allowed to transpire are ceased and desisted, and that anybody that has abused these processes in matters that would be considered not only illegal, not only in violation of international treaties and compacts the United States has agreed to, but unconscionable altogether, are held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. I am mindful that when one invokes the concept of intelligence, that we may well also be talking about acts of espionage. Espionage can be connected to treason, and treason is a capital offense under some circumstances. Is it under these? Well, we're going to have to deal with this, and we're going to have to deal with it directly and forthrightly. One way or another, it is being dealt with right now. One way or another, it will be dealt with moving forward. I hope you have a good evening. I look forward to speaking with you more tomorrow.